Welcome to our show In Conversation. Today we have with us Mr. Adrian Economakis. He is the Director of Vessel Value. Welcome to our show, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, can you please tell us something about Vessel Value and what do you do?
Sure. So we are a London-based company, but with offices globally. Today we're about 130 people in the company just working on shipping market intelligence. So we do three main things. We value every vessel in the global fleet every day.
Right, sir.
So as you know, the shipping market is very volatile. Values and earnings move around a lot, and we keep a track on it using a variety of data sources and algorithms that pull those data sources together, such as transactions, charter rates, new building orders, demolitions, and various other factors to give updated market, demolition, and even forecasted values for every vessel in the global fleet.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
That's please. Number one. Sorry.
Okay.
Number two is we have a full suite of database services, the vessel database and commercial database. And number three is we do AIS vessel tracking. We track every vessel every 15 minutes around the world for commercial information and operational information for our clients.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for this brief introduction. So what market trends do you see, sir?
Sure. So it's quite an interesting time in shipping at the moment.
Sure.
If we focus on the three main sectors of tankers, bulkers, and containers, we see really a tale of two cities. We see that the bulker and the container sector, after many years of being in very low, very poor markets, over the last 12 to 18 months, values and rates have increased quite significantly. If you take a 10-year-old Cape-size vessel, or even a 10-year-old Panamax, and same with the container sizes, with the Panamax container vessels, the post-Panamax container vessels, you've seen a roughly doubling in values over the last 12 months.
Okay.
Right? There's a huge increase. In terms of the rates have improved. They're now above OPEX. They still can improve further, but sentiment is certainly very positive there.
Okay.
In the tanker sector, we have continued to see a decline in tanker earnings and tanker values. So really, since kind of 2015, 16, we've seen a continuous fall, and we are pretty much at historic lows in terms of the values in most of the tanker sectors.
All right, sir. And about containers, sir?
Yeah, well, containers, as I mentioned, have improved significantly in the last 12 months. As you know, about this time, 12, 18 months ago, when you had the bankruptcy of Hanjin Shipping, we had the container sector was in a very, very, very bad place. We actually had a 2010 built Panamax container that was sent for demolition, I believe, in Alang. So she was 7 years old. These vessels are built to last 25 years. She was 7 years old, and she was at the end of her economic life because values were so low. That has now totally changed. People have made a lot of money recently in the container sector. We had one client that bought a Panamax container in August last year for $10 million, and he sold it in November for $15 million.
Okay.
So he made $5 million in 2 months. The market was going up very quickly.
So what do you see the way ahead? Let's say next 1 year?
Yeah, so we are still very bullish on the container sector. We provide forecasts on the asset value side, and we still see double-digit percentage growth in values of the container sector. We see good cash flows. We are very positive on that. In the dry bulk sector, we are positive in the long term, but we expect a small adjustment in the short term. We've seen some flattening of the values recently. There's some uncertainty there. I think the values have increased too quickly, too fast. But the thing that you know in shipping is that anything can happen. It's very volatile. The sentiment still is positive. So yeah, bulkers we expect to increase. over time with maybe a flattening to a slight decrease in the short term.
What about the second-hand vessels market, sir? And also, if you could extend that to the for ship recycling.
Yeah, sure. So in the bulker and container sectors, the second-hand market has been very strong.
Okay.
There has been a lot of activity. There has been a lot of buying. It has slowed down a little bit recently just because values have increased very quickly and ship owners are worried about paying over the odds for their vessels. But, we've seen, there is life back in this market. In the tanker sector, that has with the low rates, the low values, it has slowed down somewhat. If we look at the ship recycling sector, we have a very interesting dynamic there, where steel prices have increased quite significantly.
Yes.
So we're talking today in a Lang, you're looking at about $450 per lightweight ton. That has come up over the last year from about 300, even a low of maybe 250. So, it's a significant increase.
Yes.
That should encourage more ship owners to scrap their vessels. However, as the market has improved in the bulker and container sector, ship owners are wanting to hold on to their vessels longer to hopefully benefit from the upturn in the market. So we have had slightly muted scrapping in bulkers and containers. In tankers, we are seeing scrapping ages have reduced. Average scrapping age today is about 18 years in tankers. If it reduces to 15 years, the market continues to decline in the second-hand values and continues to increase in the steel price, then we could get to a 15-year scrapping age, and then we're also going to see a lot of scrapping because it wouldn't be economical for the ship owners to pass their third special survey. So rather than spend the $1 million, $2, $3 million needed to pass the third special survey, they'll scrap their vessels, which would then cause a lot of increase in scrapping, and we'd probably see ships queuing up outside of Lang and the various other scrapping places around the world.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, and we wish you good luck.
Thank you very much.